In the morning section, I think some other attendee also concerned about how to build up, how to design an online course. And Professor Xin from National Cheng Kung University, he is going to tell us from course to ecosystem, how do we leverage the design thinking to build up a course. Let's welcome Professor Xin.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for the chairman. This is my honor to be here to present our effort in the last 2 years. I think this is in the MOOCs we have a lot of the good MOOCs and very wonderful MOOCs there. But how to promote the teacher and how to teach our learner to use that, I think that is a very one important thing in my school. So, sorry, I had to get back. So the major problem is our MOOCs, when the AI enter our teaching field, it is make us faster or better. In Chinese, there we have a very wisdom two words, that's 智 and 慧. 智 means the knowledge, 慧 means the wisdom. So how to balance the knowledge and wisdom? Knowledge maybe we can faster, but wisdom we have to be better. This is our idea. That's why we create a workshop. But how to do that? We're using the design thinking. In this morning, we're talking about, especially from the Jasmine, they said after the AI era, we get a lot of things working about the critical thinking. Critical thinking means you can try to find the issue and critical it. But design thinking is changing another way, using the human as a centric. How to asking people, how to drive the people to use that. This is our purpose. So we're using the design thinking to design the workshop to teach our teacher how to integrate the MOOCs into their real course. So the first one is the MOOCs is to open the door. So people can educate it everywhere by using the MOOCs. So the next step is, how about a microcredit? I think in last year I invited the Thai MOOCs, you have tried to create the microcredit. I think also it's happening in Japan, Tsukuba University with us. So we created a kind of a workshop teaching our students, our teacher, how to using the workshop to integrate the MOOCs into their real course. The last one is how to cross-disciplinary. I think in the future, our students not only for their major, because I'm the parasitologist, but how to connect with the parasite with the climate change. That's a big issue. So we have to teach our students, after finish the course, they have to join they have the prepared ability to the interdisciplinary. So based on that, we're using the 5-step of design thinking by using the IDEO. So the empathy, define, idea, prototype, and testing. So based on these 5 kind of steps, we create a workshop using the design thinking. So, and also we have a substep from the Coursera, they're using the cross builder based on the teacher side and also the course coaching by the student side. Both sides, when the student can also use this kind of system to create their learning map. And teacher can use this kind of workshop to preparation their course. So the first one is containing the past. So the learning pathway must be connected. So if you're interested about parasitology, so it may be not the first one. So you may be learning what kind is the general biology. So next step is we're talking about the ecology, and next one we may be talking about the parasitism. Then the final step is to realize the parasitology structure. Parasite structure, that's called a parasitology. Just as me, I was in the medical college, so we focus on the medical parasitology, not general parasitology. So there's a learning map there. So this is the first step. So the second one is that we have to visualization their thinking. Okay, make thinking visible. So we're asking our students, you have to write by your hand. Not you cannot imagination in your brain or just by the typing, you have to write it down. So we're using the Post-it. But somebody tell us you waste a lot of materials in this world, okay? So the next one is how to the most important thing, that's the human judgment. Finally, in the AI, we have to finally to go back to the human. Human have to judge anything. Just as I mentioned this in the lunch. In the post-AI era, what is the most precious? I mean, it's make mistakes. Only human make mistakes. And mistakes make evolution. Evolution has no direction, but pushing the evolution has the direction. So evolution makes everything possible. So the first step in our workshop is to recognize the cause. So we do a lot of the postcard. In the front page, that is the name about the course. In the back, we have the outline of the course. We also have a notebook to make anything detailed in the notebooks, so the teacher can read very clearly by the course. So the next step is to empathize, to realize the student what they want, and to define the teaching objective. That's the first step. We call it course deconstruction. The second step is clustering. Because after maybe 30 minutes about the reading, so we can clustering your interesting course together. So we're using the 4 dimensions to do that. So the potential course, core course, supporting course, and the elementary and merged course. They can divide. They can choose what they wanted. They focus on their major or interdisciplinary. The third one is insight to prototype. We try to create a series of microcredits by each one, connecting together from the beginning, in the middle, and to the advanced level. And if how to write the teaching objective, we're using the AI-driven. They can design by AI-driven. They can drive all of the task, of the questionnaire, of the assignment, even different kind of assessment. They can co-work with the AI. So this one is the developing, which means the prototype testing. So we're asking the teacher, you have to present of the final results, what you've done in this workshop. So how about the result? Because that is based on our alliance, that's the Alliance for the Lifelong Learning. So we have 127 participants join that, and half is the teacher, the half it may be the administrator. So we are asking their cooperation together. Otherwise, the teacher never know how hard the administration faced. The administrator never know how teacher working so hard. So after that, we find before we have a before and after testing by 5-point degrees. So we can find it's very significant after the workshop. They got 8 kind of the questions, they are increased, and it's very significant in statistical. So we have tried to realize 2 kind of their ability was be increased or not. The first one is the micro-learner design thinking, design knowledge is increased. Also, they can recognize the AI can really help when the teacher design their courses. So you can see the increasing about the score. So not a skill for upgrade, but we asking for the teacher is the cognitive the transformation. Okay, so they have to change their mind, then go into the real station to face the real education field when the AI is coming. So we can see the high alignments to a design thinking, there's increased, and also they have shifted to AI as a rule to help them to in their education, in their job field. Okay, the last one is that we compare our alliance and not our alliance. Because in our alliance, I always mention blah, 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 design thinking, human-centered. But how about the rest of not our alliance? It seems after this workshop, they are equally. Both of them are increasing and also with significantly with statistical. So our course research conclusion is that is based on using this kind of workshop is very effective and validated. And second one is broader applicable. You can application in each kind of the course, even in medical, in social science, the rest of that. And after that, we think AI was a very good partner in our work. So the core contribution is that, so this workshop can be replaceable and scalable. So we apply not only application this workshop in Taiwan, we also in Japan and also in Indonesia. And our future vision is that we try to achieve this third word, human AI collaboratory by learning ecosystem. That's our goal. Okay. So finally, our main purpose that is collaboratory intelligence oriented is our future in our in the education. Thank you, everybody. So this is my talk. This is the last year I'm listening to the time. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Professor Xin. He has a great passion on help teachers design, redesign, and co-design online courses. So if you are also interested in design, or co-design your course, maybe you can contact Professor Xin. So